There are some thoughts that, well, they feel forbidden, don't they? Ideas so catastrophic we just push them aside. Today, we're not pushing them aside. We're going to walk right through one of the most terrifying thought experiments imaginable. What if we actually did it? What if we nuked the moon? And what would happen next?
It would begin with a light, an impossible light, seen by every single person on the night side of the Earth. A new star, born and gone in an instant, brighter than anything humanity has ever or will ever create.
The impact would send a shudder through the very heart of the moon. A seismic wave so powerful, it was as if the entire celestial body was ringing, a silent alarm bell, echoing across the void for hours on end.
And then, the consequences would arrive home. A slow, glittering, and absolutely terrifying storm from the heavens. The sky itself would begin to fall.
So, let's set the stage. Our scenario begins with a single detonation on the near side of the moon. The face that is always turned towards us. An act of aggression, maybe? Or perhaps a demonstration of power so extreme it just beggars belief. The weapon is a 100 megaton thermonuclear device. We're talking thousands of times more powerful than the bombs of World War II. It's an amount of energy that's, well, it's difficult for the human mind to even truly comprehend.
But the most unsettling part of this first moment is the sound. There is none. In the vacuum of space, this monumental explosion happens in absolute, profound silence. A silent scream of pure energy.
So now we turn to the moon itself, our silent, steadfast companion in the night sky. What happens to it in the first few moments of this cosmic tragedy? Instantly, a flash so bright it feels like a new sun has just ignited. This new sun, made of vaporized moon rock, expands outwards. But the real effect is seismic. Shockwaves, not of air, but of solid rock, travel through the moon's core and across its surface. For hours, the entire celestial body vibrates, resonating like a colossal bell struck by an impossible hammer.
And what's left behind? A permanent wound. The heat is so intense, it doesn't just create a crater, it melts the rock into a smooth, glassy, reflective surface miles wide. And with no atmosphere, no wind, no rain to erode it, this scar will last for eternity. A glassy eye staring back at its creator.
The violence done to the moon does not stay on the moon. A portion of the debris from that explosion is blasted into space with such force that it escapes the moon's weak gravity, and its new destination is us.
We're talking about millions of tons of lunar material, a cloud of superheated rock and dust, now caught in the gravitational pull of a much larger neighbor, planet Earth.
As this ejecta travels through the void, the molten rock cools into glassy beads, pellets, and shards. For weeks following the detonation, Earth is subjected to a constant meteor shower. The night sky is never dark, lit by the streaks of our moon burning up in our atmosphere. Most are small, creating a terrifyingly beautiful light show. But some are larger, and they make it through. The physical effects are just the beginning. The true impact is on the systems of Earth, both environmental and human. The world is fundamentally and permanently changed. Every single night, for the rest of human history, people would look up and see it. The glass crater, still glowing with residual heat, would reflect sunlight like a mirror. A new, man-made star in the sky. A constant, silent accusation. Now here's the crucial point. The sheer force of the blast would be enough to slightly alter the moon's orbit. It wouldn't send it flying away, but even a tiny change would be catastrophic for us. The delicate gravitational dance that governs our tides would be thrown into chaos. For centuries, we would experience extreme high tides, coastal flooding on a global scale, and weather patterns thrown into complete disarray. The effect on the human psyche would be shattering. Imagine a world where the sky is literally falling. Global panic, economies would halt, and from the fear, new beliefs would rise. Religions centered on the wounded moon, worshiping the scar, trying to appease a heaven that humanity itself had broken. But here, the story takes an unbelievable turn. In our act of ultimate cosmic vandalism, we accidentally unleash something we never intended, something that would change everything again. What if this act of destruction wasn't an ending? What if, buried inside the horror, was the seed of a new future for humankind? A future born from fire and glass. The intent was pure violence, a warning,
an act of ultimate destruction. But the accidental outcome was something else entirely. It was a delivery system, a cosmic payload of unimaginable value sent directly to our doorstep.
You see, the moon's surface, untouched by atmospheric decay, is rich in materials that are scarce on Earth. Those meteorites raining down, they're filled with ultra-pure silicon for quantum computing, rare earth metals vital for all our technology, and most importantly, helium-3, the theoretical fuel for clean, limitless fusion energy. We didn't just break the moon, we mined it and had it delivered.
And this brings us to the final, profound irony of this entire saga. A story that starts with an act of self-mutilation and ends with an accidental ascension.
We aimed a weapon at our celestial neighbor, a symbol of our own cosmic loneliness. And in doing so, we scarred our own skies, our own coastlines, our own minds. But in the fallout, in the glittering rain of glass, we found the keys. The very materials needed to leave our planet, to harness new energies, and to reach for the stars. We accidentally handed ourselves the solar system.
The question that remains is, would we be worthy of it? If you want to explore more scenarios that push the boundaries of imagination, go ahead and like and subscribe.